Dr. Provencal is on.
Yes.
He's on, that is why I've mentioned his name.
Oh, Patrick, this is not a fight. Relax. You were a member of the G.
Have no
Patrick,
idea.
you were a member of the G4O committee when it started. You've been there from day one.
So what prevented other
Patrick,
meetings?
you have been there from day one.
Patrick, if you don't mind, let me get him to respond to the issues you raised.
The hypocrisy should stop. Patrick has been there from day one. He was sat in meetings. He agreed to how government was trying to intervene when a crisis came. So for Patrick to talk the way he's talking, I am very, very surprised. Anyway, let me go straight to the point. If there's a crisis in a nation, who is mandated to resolve the crisis? It is government. And which entities can government use to resolve a crisis when it happens in a nation? It will be government entities, because when inflation hit 50% and petroleum prices hit, you guys remember, it was not a good sight. Our people were suffering. As a responsible government, what would the government do? The government will try to have an emergency measure to fix the situation. Can we say that the emergency, the circumstances that led to this emergency fix, can we say that that circumstance is gone? No, it's not. It's not. The after effects of COVID-19 still persists. The Russia-Ukraine war still persists. And so it is so unfair for my colleague.
Israel and Gaza.
It is so unfair my colleague would say what he's saying. Let me give you the statistics. Today, 24 out of 36 bulk distribution companies, BDCs, buy from BOST.
So you contradict the position he put out that none of the members
Yes. I contradict it vehemently. If you come to my office for data, you would see a lot of his members, when this particular issue hadn't happened, this particular high demand this first quarter for dollars hadn't happened, a lot of his members come to my office to come and show appreciation to the government and to BOST. Lots of conversations about how, at least because of now they are buying.
I want the analysis to be based on data and scientific basis. Don't go around those. You are not a political.
Patrick, a lot of the things you are saying is speculation.
Patrick, if you don't mind,
I'm happy you talked about the fact that there are a lot of PhD holders here. I have done the analysis, and it's go for oil plays a significant role in what we are saying. But it doesn't mean that it's the only panacea. I agree with Patrick when he says that, yes, we should solve the problem holistically. But when you are in an emergency situation and you go to the theater, they won't solve that. They will try and give you a life support. And goes for oil is part of the life support.
Well, Dr. Provencal, he makes substantive points about preferential treatment that is given from the BOG side, from your side, to particular interest.
What preferential treatment?
That is killing other businesses.
The preferential treatment is an emergency treatment. Are you saying that when the crisis happened in 2022, November, the private sector was in a position to resolve the crisis when it happened? No. A responsible government stepped in, and for over 1 year, the crisis was tamed. That does not mean that the gold for oil was the panacea to the forex issues. I have acknowledged, and I'm sure my colleague members here will acknowledge, that it is not the petroleum products alone that determine the demand for dollars in this country. It's not. We acknowledge that. And the issue was supposed to be a medium-term solution, not the overall solution. So it's so unfair for Patrick to say that the policymakers are not working around the clock to try and resolve our macro issues. Because it's a macro problem and the variables are complex.